If you want to pay less money to the government, then I am here to help you. I'm a certified public accountant and owner of multiple tax practices. We're going to cover what you can do before the year ends so that you end up paying less money to the government. Here is an overview of what we will be talking about today. 1. If you're self-employed, the government is paying you up to $5,110 to take 10 sick days in 2020. 2, if you're single and you make under $32,000 or married and make under $65,000, then there's a special tax break called the Savers Credits. 3, if you make under $52,000 a year, then you can sell some stocks and avoid taxes on the profits. 4, giving charity now counts as a tax deduction for everyone this year. 5, if you've received unemployment benefits this year, then make sure you're not going to get charged a penalty. 6, get a tax deduction for putting money into an account for your children before the year ends. 7, sell your losing stocks or cryptos for a tax write-off. 8, rent out your home to your own business for 14 days or less and get a huge tax write-off. 9, don't forget any tax write-offs before the year ends. Let's go over the first one. If you are self-employed, a sole proprietor, or an S corporation, then this one applies to you. Make sure you claim your sick days on yourself. The government is paying you up to $5,110 to take 10 sick days before the year ends. Additionally, if you have a child and their school is closed for in-person learning, you can claim an extra $10,000 of family paid leave. Depending on your entity or how you are structured, you may need to take action before the year ends. Otherwise, you'll miss out on this benefit and you will not be able to claim it. If your accountant didn't tell you this, then shame on them. If you don't have an accountant, you should think about getting one. Number 2, if you are single and you make under $32,500, or if you're single making under $48,750 with a dependent, or if you're married with combined income less than $65,000, then there's a special tax break called the Savers Credits. Studies show that less than 10% of Americans know about the Savers Credit, so I'm happy to keep you informed. If you put money into retirement accounts, not only will you get a tax deduction, but you'll receive an additional tax credit of up to $1,000 if you're single or $2,000 if you're married filing jointly. You can do this with a 401k, a 457, a 403b, or with an IRA. If you're putting away spare money into Robinhood or M1 or Webull, you might be better off utilizing this in order to reap all the tax benefits. Number 3, if you are single and you make under $52,400, or if you are married and your combined income is less than $104,800, then this will apply to you. If you are in the stock market and you hold a stock for more than 1 year and then you sell it for a profit, then you will pay $0 in federal income taxes if you're in that income range. This is called the 0% long-term capital gains rate. Therefore, if you think your income will be going up next year above those income thresholds, you may want to consider selling your winning stocks in order to lock in those gains tax-free. Number 4, there was a rule change for making donations in 2020. Before, you could only deduct charitable contributions if you were itemizing your deductions. In other words, in plain English, making charitable donations did not help everyone before. In 2020, the charitable donation deduction is now available and applicable to everyone. Therefore, if you're donating to charity in 2020, please make sure that you keep your receipts. Number 5, if you've received unemployment benefits this year, use a tax tool estimator to see if they took out enough amount of taxes from your unemployment compensation. If not, then you're going to end up with a surprise tax bill and you could be charged penalties and interest. A penny saved is a penny earned, so please make sure that enough taxes were taken out of your unemployment compensation. Number 6, if you have children, you have until December 31st to put money into a 529 plan for your children's education, which will provide you a tax deduction in your state and in most income tax paying states. The benefits of a 529 plan are you receive a tax deduction for putting away money into that plan. The earnings in that plan will grow tax-free, and all the earnings will be tax-free if those funds are used for qualifying education expenses. Please keep in mind that some states, they don't charge their residents income taxes. So the tax deduction in that scenario would be a moot point. However, you would still get the benefit of tax-free growth and earnings, which would compound significantly, especially if you start the plan at a very early age for your child. Number 7, if you lost some money in stocks or cryptos but haven't sold out yet of that position, then you can sell the stock or that crypto for a loss and then claim that deduction to reduce your taxes. This is called stock loss harvesting or crypto loss harvesting. Ultimately, you sell off your losing position and then you lock in your loss. With a loss, you can write it off and pay less taxes. Number 8, if you are a sole proprietor or a business owner, you can rent out your home to your own business for 14 days or less. This is called the minimal rental use rule with the IRS, and this is completely separate from the home office deduction. By utilizing the minimal rental use rule, you'll get a deduction for your business, and it will be tax-free income to you personally. Number 9, if you are a single member LLC, a sole proprietor, self-employed, or an S corporation, claim your tax write-offs now before the year ends. Front load your expenses and accelerate your deductions. What I mean by this is that if you're expecting to incur expenses in January or February, then you might as well pay those bills now or in December, anytime before 2020 ends, so that you can use it as a write-off in 2020 instead of waiting 12 months for you to reap those benefits. I'm basically telling you to prepay your expenses if your cash flow allows for you to do so. This could be things like rents, utilities, buying a laptop, electronics, supplies, and so much more. As long as the payment is initiated by December 31st, or if it is mailed out by December 31st, then it will count as a deduction for 2020, and then you'll get that benefit in 2020. If you know anyone that is self-employed, that owns a business, that's in the stock market or cryptos, or they just want to pay the government less money in taxes, then please share this video with them with the link below, and I'm sure that they will be very appreciative and say thank you to you. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe because we have a great library of great free content that will help you become much more financially savvy. Thank you so much, and please subscribe.